The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Oh my god, welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is Thursday, and let me tell you, it is a beautifully chaotic day to spill some absolute piping hot tea with you all. Grab your iced coffees and strap in, because we are going for a ride. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I was literally mid-skincare, okay? I had this charcoal mask smeared all over my face, and I was just trying to have a peaceful self-care moment while catching up on the Genoa City drama. And I legit had to yeet my phone across the room. My soul has actually left my body. Send help. I cannot even begin to process the absolute cinematic mayhem that just unfolded on our screens. I am physically vibrating. My grip on reality is slipping, and this situation is now my entire personality. I am not okay. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step because my brain is just mush right now. We need to set the scene. We are in Las Vegas. The neon lights are buzzing. The vibes are genuinely so gritty and dark, like whoever did the lighting for this scene deserves an Emmy. Straight up, Matt Clark is finally in handcuffs. Yes, the absolute menace himself is restrained by the police. But is he acting like a man who just got caught? No, bestie, be for real right now. He is standing there with this deadly, bone-chilling, genuinely unhinged smile on his face. It is giving major I know something you don't know energy, and I was screaming at my TV. I was like, wipe that smirk off your face. But no, he just stands there looking like the cat that ate the canary. And don't even get me started on the vibes. It was so unsettling I had to pause and take a deep breath. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Sienna Bacall. Remember how we all thought Sienna was the big bad drug dealer just ruining Nick's life for fun? Like, we saw her supplying the fentanyl and the cocaine, and we were like, wow, she is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with her. We literally watched her stalk Phyllis to a dark basement and brutally attack her just to rescue Matt. We thought she was just this fanatically loyal follower, right? Well, plot twist of the absolute century, besties. Matt looks Nick dead in the eye with that creepy little smile and basically drops a nuclear bomb. He reveals that Sienna is not acting alone. She isn't just some rogue dealer with a vendetta. She is a pawn, a puppet. Did I say that yet? Ooh, my brain is mush. Moving on, Matt legit says that Sienna is being funded and directed by someone else. And not just anyone else. I am literally hyperventilating right now just thinking about it. Matt claims that the real mastermind, the person providing the endless cash flow and the explicit instructions to completely destroy Nick Newman, is a core member of the Newman Enterprises Board of Directors. Yes, you heard me. Someone inside the house. I am spiraling. We are talking about the highest level of corporate betrayal. Matt straight up says he has the receipts. He has evidence that this shadowy board member wants Nick permanently out of the way so they can swoop in and take total control of the Newman Empire because, get this, they think Victor is getting too old and weak to hold onto the throne. The audacity. Wait, I'm glitching? Okay, back to the main event. Let's talk about Nick. Poor, sweet, deeply traumatized Nick Newman. The camera pans to his face, and you can literally see the exact moment his entire world shatters into a million tiny little pieces. Besties, I felt physically ill. Nick has been through the ringer. He just survived a drug-induced car crash. He is battling severe addiction. He thought he was fighting external demons, and now he finds out the call is coming from inside the house. The betrayal personally attacked my soul. I am taking this so personally. You can see the absolute devastation in his eyes as he realizes that his own family, his own trusted inner circle at Newman Enterprises, is actively paying to have him poisoned and ruined. His trust in his family gone, evaporated, poof. And honestly, I had to pause the episode again because I noticed the weirdest background noise, like this low hum of the Vegas traffic outside the window. And it just made the whole scene feel so isolated and claustrophobic. It was such a random aesthetic choice, but it worked well. Okay, snapping back to the T. Let's really dissect this psychological masterpiece of Nick's reaction here. This man has spent his entire life trying to be the golden boy, the moral compass of the Newman family. He has fought so hard to distance himself from the toxic corporate warfare that his father thrives on. And just when he is at his absolute lowest, vulnerable and fighting for his literal life against addiction, he finds out that his suffering was manufactured by a boardroom suit who wants his dad's chair. It is genuinely so unhinged. I was crying. I was literally wiping tears away, ruining my charcoal mask, because Nick just looked so incredibly broken. You can tell he is questioning every single conversation he has had in the last 6 months. Who handed him a cup of coffee? Who asked him how he was doing? Who was secretly hoping he would overdose so they could steal his inheritance? It is dark. Besties, it is so dark. Because we cannot talk about Newman Enterprises without talking about the mustache himself, Victor Newman. When I tell you the villain arc is about to go nuclear, I mean it. Victor finds out that someone on his board, someone eating at his table, is trying to murder his son via addiction to steal his company. Oh, it is over for these people. Victor immediately initiates the most ruthless, bloodthirsty, terrifying internal purge in the history of Genoa City. He is basically locking down the entire tower. No one is safe. Everyone is a suspect. I am genuinely terrified for whoever this board member is, but also, I want them to burn. Like, how dare you do this to Nick? Victor is tearing through the executive ranks like a hurricane. The entire city is shaking. Genoa City is basically a war zone of paranoia and power grabs right now. You have executives side-eyeing each other at the GCAC, people whispering in corners, burner phones being thrown into the lake. It is absolute cinematic perfection, and I'm eating up every single crumb of it. But let's spiral for a second. Who is IT? Who is the board member? Is it Victoria being totally ruthless and deciding Nick is a liability? No, that's too dark even for her, right? I mean, she did just corner Nick about his addiction and was plotting to bring Victor and Nikki into it, but funding his downfall. That feels so extreme. Or is it Adam playing some 4D chess? But Adam was just trying to save him in the Vegas storage room. He was literally risking his own life to get to Nick. Could it be Nikki? Nitrogen monoxide? I refuse to believe that. My brain simply will not process that level of betrayal. Could it be some random suit who got way too ambitious? I am straight up losing my mind trying to connect the dots. I have a literal corkboard with red string in my living room right now. And can we just talk about the sheer audacity of this phantom board member thinking they could outsmart Victor Newman? Like, genuinely, what was the game plan here? You thought you could just quietly drug the golden boy, sweep him under the rug, and then stroll into the CEO office while Victor is busy picking out a retirement home? Absolutely delusional. I am straight up cackling at the hubris. Victor has eyes everywhere. The man probably has the GCAC coffee machines bugged. Whoever this is, they have severely underestimated the wrath of a Newman patriarch who feels his legacy is being threatened. And honestly, the fact that Matt Clark is the one holding the keys to this mystery just makes it 10 times worse. Nick now has to rely on his absolute worst enemy, the man he was just trying to beat to a pulp, to find out who in his own family or company is trying to kill him. It is a psychological thriller, besties. I am literally clutching my chest. My dog is looking at me like I have lost my mind because I just keep gasping out loud, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. I am calling it right now. This internal purge is going to expose so many other secrets. Victor is going to find out things he wasn't even looking for. The collateral damage is going to be astronomical. People are going to lose their jobs, their reputations, and probably their freedom. And Matt Clark, he is just sitting in his little holding cell, smiling, watching the Newman family tear itself apart from the inside out. It is sick. It is twisted. and I am totally living for it. Wait, I just remembered another detail. Did I mention how Matt delivered the line, he didn't yell it, he didn't scream? He just leaned in, handcuffs clinking, which, honestly, the sound design team deserves a raise, and whispered it like it was the juiciest piece of gossip at a Sunday brunch. That is what makes him such an iconic villain. He doesn't need to shout to destroy your life. He just plants a seed of doubt and watches the entire Newman empire burn to the ground. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. I genuinely need to know how Victor is going to handle the board meetings going forward. Like, is he just going to sit at the head of the table glaring at everyone until someone cracks? Is he going to hire a private army to interrogate his own executives? Because let's be real, Victor Newman does not play by the rules of HR. He plays by the rules of I will destroy you and everything you love. And honestly, I support it. For once, I am fully Team Victor. Destroy them all, mustache. Clear the board. Besties, I genuinely need to go lie down. My heart rate is at like 150 BPM. This show is going to put me in an early grave. I cannot handle the gravity of these events. I am physically exhausted from caring this much about fictional billionaires. Let me know in the comments who you think the traitor is, because I am too unwell to figure it out alone. I'll see you in the next one, assuming I survive this storyline.